Hey, what's up? Welcome back to Cadillac Driven. We're back with another video, you all. If this is your first time on the channel, go ahead, subscribe so you never miss another video that we drop. And if you've just been following us, go ahead, subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Listen, I want to thank everybody who has been supporting the channel. I want to thank Facebook. I want to thank TikTok. And I want to thank all my followers. I really appreciate you all. The channel, again, it is growing slowly, but yet it is still growing. All right, we got a nice topic to talk about, right? And I more so need your help than anything else, right? Because I need to understand some things about Cadillac and why they're doing what they're doing to their cars, all right? So with that being said, let's go ahead, let's get started with this review. You all, yes, we are back. Let's go ahead, let's get started with this discussion. Right now, first I gotta say it again, this is not a beat down session or a smackdown session on Cadillac at all. I'm just trying to understand why Cadillac is doing what they're doing with their cars when we talk about the interior part of it and the exterior to some degree. Now, I've been driving Cadillac since the 70s. I've had 3 Cadillacs in my lifetime. I am a Cadillac enthusiast. It's American made and I love that. But I think with owning or having my first Cadillac, I think I got my first taste of what luxury was all about. And I believe I've been in love ever since with luxury cars. Now, I love all cars. I love Mopar. I also love exotic cars. I love all cars. I've never been an SUV type of guy, but it seems that I'm going to be going that route from this point forward. But with that being said, right now, the cars that I want to talk about today is going to be the XT5, the XT6, the CT5, the CT4. Now, the XT5 came out alongside of the CT6 in 2016, right? Now, when you take a look at the interior, you see some differences in the interior, right? The interior in the CT6 looks a lot better. Now, you do have some resemblance between the two, but when we're talking about the infotainment center, right, which is a 10.2-inch display. Also, you talk about the instrument cluster, right? It also looks a lot better, but you also get an option with the Cadillac CT6 to get a full digital display as well, which you don't get with the Cadillac XT5. Now, the Cadillac XT5, yes, is Cadillac's bread and butter. I don't know how many units they're selling a year, if they're doing better than Lincoln or if they're doing better than Hyundai, but they are selling these cars, right? And the Cadillac XT5 is their bread and butter. But if you look at the XT5 and the XT6, they look exactly the same, right? Now, the XT5, considering that it has been out since 2016, it has not pretty much changed at all. There's been a few changes, and those changes have been minor and minute when we talk about features. There hasn't been no real change with the interior or the exterior of that car. And then so many years after, we got the XT6, which looks almost identical in the interior side of this car, right? But it also has a 8-inch display alongside of the Cadillac XT5. Now, I don't understand that, right? We're in 2021 right now, and Cadillac still has an 8-inch display in their cars. Now, I believe the Cadillac CT5 has option of a digital instrument cluster, right? Which is cool, but you do not get it on the XT5 or the XT6 at all. The same design of the interior has been the same since 2016. This is 5 years later. Now, when we talk about comparing them to brands like, let's say, Lincoln, the Aviator, or you take a look at the Nautilus looks awesome, right? I can't say the name right, so don't diss me on this. But those cars on the inside, the interior looks absolutely gorgeous. Lincoln did a good job with that, and the price point is pretty much the same as what you would pay for a Cadillac XT5 or XT6. So I'm talking about the SUV brands right now, and they got Cadillac hands down, right? Now, Cadillac has a nice interior. Don't get me wrong. If you're somebody new who had bought the Cadillac XT5, XT6, CT5, CT4 for the very first time, then you're gonna love it, right? But I've been in this car 3 years. I've been watching their brands, their brand produce the cars that they have been bringing out, like the Cadillac XT5 and the XT6, and nothing has really changed at all so far as the look and feel of the interior. But when we take a look at cars like the GV80, the GV70, that's what luxury should look like. The design of the interior of the Cadillac XT5, the XT6, and the CT4 and the CT5 should have changed by now. The digital instrument cluster should have been standard by now, at least in my opinion, right? And we talk about cars like, let's take a look at the Palisade. The Palisade offers more. We're talking about the ambient lighting throughout the cabin that you can customize. We talk about how the center console looks as well. Luxurious feel on all those cars outdoes the Cadillac cars that they have in their lineup. All of them. Again, the CT4, the CT5, the XT6, the XT5. Now, Cadillac did put their all into the Escalade, right? And the Escalade looks absolutely beautiful on the exterior and the interior part of the car. The exterior, I like the way they went with the grille and also their LED lighting. I like the way that they have that bumper. It has a luxurious look to it, like a Cadillac product should, right? And the inside of it looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm not just talking about the seating. I'm talking about the whole layout of the design. Yes, they got that 38-inch screen display. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Now, for the life of me, I cannot understand why Cadillac did not put this in the XT6, right? Which is their newest model SUV. They did not do that. Right now, it does favor the Escalade, right? But the Escalade got the XT6 hands down. To me, it has kind of a bland look from the side profile, but yet the Cadillac XT6 does look nice on the exterior part of that vehicle. But the inside, they could have done a lot better. Again, at the same price point of the Aviator, the Nautilus, you're talking about the GV80, the GV70, you're talking about the Palisade, you're probably talking about an Audi A7. You're going to get far more than what Cadillac is offering. So my question to you is why? Why is Cadillac cheapening out? Why is Cadillac taking things away from their cars instead of adding? Again, I say don't look at the Cadillac Escalade right now. Don't look at that, right? Because they just came out with that. We're talking about from 2016 to 2021, they have really yet to have changed anything. Now, on the XT6, right, the Cadillac XT6 2021, you cannot get massaging seats in that car for a car that you're paying $77,000 to almost $80,000 for. You do not get that option, but you get the option on their XT4, right? And I don't understand that. I don't understand why Cadillac is taken away from instead of adding. Now, when they made the Cadillac CT6, they pretty much broke the mold on what luxury should look like. And I thought Cadillac was on their way with this, but Cadillac definitely has taken steps backwards. Now, are they trying to move forward? Yeah, with a car or a truck that most people won't be able to afford at $100,000, right? And then we're talking about the Lyriq that's coming out, which is going to be somewhat affordable at $59,000. And I do want to do a live stream with that because I really would like your input on the new Lyriq that's coming out, because I do want that car. Yes, it's fully electric. We'll discuss all of that when we talk about that car. But these cars that Cadillac has out now are kind of bland on the luxury part of the interior, which is where you spend most of your time, right? I think Cadillac should have changed some things. They should have added some things like the seat controls that are on the door. They should have been left on the door. The auto hold, not the auto hold, the auto hold. They should have left that in their cars. They took it away from they never added that, I don't believe. Or if they did, they took it away on the Cadillac XT6 and the XT5. I think they have it on the CT5, but they took it away from the car that matters most And I don't get that. The auto hold I find to be a very important feature, especially if you're driving long distance and you're hitting a lot of stoplights. It takes the fatigue off your foot holding on to the brakes. Or if you're driving home from work and you had a long day and you find yourself falling asleep, listen, the car isn't going to move when you apply this feature. I think it's one that should be displayed or put on every single product that Cadillac has, and it should be made standard. I think it can be considered as part of a safety feature within the package. But those are questions I have. I need for you guys to hit me in the comment section down below and tell me, is it me, or why is Cadillac taken away from, so far as features are concerned, in their cars? And why aren't they making their cars more luxurious on the inside, like Mercedes or BMW or Audi? Or we're talking about, again, the Palisade, the GV80, the GV70, the G70, the G80. Hyundai is definitely doing their thing. They have stepped up their game. They have definitely excelled in bringing luxury product to the table. Cadillac, it seems like they just quit, right? Okay, again, they have the Escalade, but what are most people buying? They're either going to buy a car or a luxury SUV that's going to be somewhat good on gas. The Escalade, you're talking about 14 miles to the gallon in the city, and what is it, 21 highway? No, most people are looking for something that's gas efficient, except for the people in the Mopar community. And I'm not knocking on you guys, but they don't mind spending that kind of money on a car that has 700 horsepower, 800 horsepower. You got some people that's got a Challenger or a Charger that has 1,000 horsepower, right? So they don't mind. But when we're talking about a luxury car, you should not only feel it on the outside, you should be able to feel it also on the inside. So I'm just trying to understand that. I should have did a live stream on this one, but I chose to go this route. If you want to see some live stream, do you have any topics or some things you want to talk about on this channel, please let me know. All right, you all, that's going to be the end of this video. I don't want to babble on. I just want you guys to help me to understand, why is Cadillac doing it? Is Cadillac in trouble? Is Cadillac trying to catch up with the profits that they've lost over time? What is going on with Cadillac? All right, you all, I'm going to see you all at the next video. Enjoy the rest of your day and or night, and I'll see you all at the next one. Take care.